Today we're working on week 2 of Heal. I've got Ash here again on his long line. Today our high value treat is low-fat string cheese, which is great for a lot of dogs. I've only met one dog that didn't like it. So hopefully you've been working on week 1 for the last week of your Heal. I will show you today how to move on. Alright, are you ready? Alright, first I'll show you. Yes. Always encouraging. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good. Yes. Okay. So what we're doing here is just a slight variation of last week, but it's what we need to move them on to the next step. Dogs are very engaged when you're facing them and when you're looking at them, and they want to follow you. We're engaging that prey drive with that. What we're doing now is making that transition of you're following my body and you still need to follow me when I turn and when I'm walking the other way. So what we're doing here is basically the same. We are getting his attention, keeping him engaged with that cheese, walking backwards, giving him frequent treats, or if you have that dog that needs them in front of their face, that's fine too. And when I turn to face the same way as him, it's important that I keep that treat in front of his face as I'm turning, which I'll show you. And that's so that he doesn't lose focus and keep walking without me. If you can get them in a sit at that point, that's great. If not, that's okay too. You can add that later on. And then giving that release word, of course. Let's show him again. I've got him in front of me. He knows I've got these cookies. Maybe I'll give him one before we start. Walking backward, keeping his attention, giving him those pieces of cheese, keeping it in front of his face as I turn, keeping it in front of him. You can lift it up slowly to get them to sit. Yes. Always encouraging. And release. Okay. And that's it. On week 2, I would say stick with this even though it seems sort of basic. Even if your dog is really great at it, do this, but do it in many places. Take them to different locations. We often work at hardware stores, or pet stores, or craft stores, bookstores. All of those places allow your dog. Your dog is probably going to forget what they learned when you go to a new location. That's okay. Go back to step 1, start over. Only increase when your dog is doing well. You don't want to give them more than they can handle. It's frustrating for you. It's frustrating for them. It's no good for anybody. So work on that week 2 and come back for week 3.